I'm Kathy Miller with Visit Northwest Ohio, and we're here today in Tiffin, Ohio with Chris Hafley, representative for the All Patriots Memorial near downtown Tiffin, Ohio. And we want to ask you a little bit today, Chris, about how this memorial came to be.
Well, it actually came to be back in May of 2011. A friend of mine in Norwalk, they were getting a large piece of the steel from the World Trade Center to make a memorial of it. And I asked him about it, and he says, well, you got to apply for the steel and see if you can get it. So I went ahead and did it, and I talked to my chief and told him when we were given the blessing for it, and said, what do you think about having a piece of steel from the World Trade Center and we make a memorial of it? And his jaw kind of dropped at the time, but he went with it. And then we traveled about a month later, traveled to New York City and picked up the piece of steel.
I did want to ask you about transporting it back because I did hear it weighs over 6,000 pounds. So talk about how you transported this piece back and anything you encountered on the way.
Transported it with 4 firefighters from Tiffin. We brought along one of our retired firefighters to go with us, and we loaded it on a large trailer. Obviously we need it. It's 17 foot long and it weighs almost 8,000 pounds. But we did have it dressed out with a sign that said this is an artifact from the World Trade Center, dressed with an American flag. And we basically traveled from New York City. We made it in basically a 24-hour trip, and ran into a lot of people who wanted to come up and touch it. Once they realized what it was, they wanted to touch it. I had a little elderly lady and husband who thought we were taking it and putting it in a mall there where we had stopped, and found out that after I told her it was going to Tiffin to be a memorial, she kind of stated that every city in the United States should have a memorial like this. And then she went on to tell me that her son was a New York City firefighter that died that day in the collapse of the two towers. So,
well, they had to be emotional for you, transporting that back and then hearing that story. Chris, for our viewers who would like to find out exactly where they can find this memorial, where would you direct them for information?
Well, first of all, they can find information on our Facebook page. Just go to Tiffin Police and Fire All Patriots Memorial, and you should be able to get it that way. Also, if you drive to our town, we are in the heart of the city. We are located on North Washington Street and Water Street. We take up a whole block of the corner there that they can come. It is open 24/7.
So Chris, if people want to bring a group here to take a tour, do you do that?
If they want to contact Brittany at Destination Seneca County, she will make contact with either Joe Goshi or myself, and we will make sure someone's down here to explain the details of the memorial.
That's wonderful. Thanks for the information, Chris.